Good morning. Oh, got the hand in the way. Good morning, social media world. Fast Glass Jr. here, half of Talk Yo Ish podcast with me and AB. I want to discuss, or at least comment, on the Tyre Nichols case this morning. But before I even continue, man, I want to give condolences to his friends, family, his daughter, especially his mother, and anybody else that's affected by the situation, which we should all be. I'm definitely affected as a black man, and yeah, excuse me putting the hand in the way, but I just want to give a moment of silence. Rest in heaven, young brother. I hope something good comes from your passing, although I don't wish death upon anybody, even my worst enemies. As I said, condolences to the family, friends. I'm still conflicted, man. Not as far as how I feel about the video, but how I'm supposed to feel about the people that were involved in the beating and murdering and massacre of this young man during that night in that incident. I mean, a simple traffic stop for reckless driving. Reckless driving can endanger somebody. Definitely. Enough that you should have to use lethal force and jump somebody like you jumping somebody in a gang. You know what I mean? Or like you jumping somebody that harmed one of your friends or something, and you and the homies decide to go say and get your glicks back. I don't think so, man. And then what was more, and it shouldn't be, even more disconcerting, which really threw me off when I first heard of this story when it first happened, which it was 5 African-American officers. And I'm sure there was other officers involved. You know, we're still getting details, and I heard there was a white officer that was tasing him too. But 4, I'm going to say like we talk brothers. Brothers. Our own people. And we know when they put them suits on, man. I got family that's police officers, worked for the FBI, local police, this, that, and the other. And, they got mad at me because I talk a little trash or whatever. I joke and, say things. But it's obvious when you put that uniform on, you are blue. Yo, them ain't black man no more. Them is blue man. And I don't know how much training goes in with the Memphis Police Department. Up here in Michigan, I think it's maybe 6 weeks or something like that. They put these guys through training, or young ladies too as well. If I remember correctly, I know that's what it was some years ago, but it's not enough training in the world. And just normal compassion of your heart. Nobody stopped and thought, hey, what we doing is wrong. We got this man's arms. We letting the officer sit here and punch him, and then we get mad because he's turning his head, trying not to get punched in the face. This ain't no street fight, man. It's not. And there's justice in that too. Nobody, none of you officers had the smarts or the brains to say, hey, we've went too far. Or you were too scared to say, hey, man, we going too far. This is too much. I mean, it started off aggressive. You snatching him out of his car, reckless driving? You snatching him out of his car, doing all this and that? You don't have to stop. We don't have to stop immediately just because you say stop. Let me get someplace where I feel safe. In the middle of traffic, you snatching him out of his car, and then you're escalating it even more because you're mad that he ran. I'd have ran too. Look what y'all was doing. He's telling you, get on the ground. You got 3 or 4 officers screaming direct messages at you. Who am I supposed to listen to? You got one telling me to get on the ground. I get on the ground. You got another telling me I'll bust your face. I'll knock you out. All that. So now my heightened sense of security is getting fight or flight. I'm human. He was human. He ain't supposed to be scared because y'all officers, listen to how y'all was acting. You threatening him. You giving direct threats to his life to bodily harm him. Excuse me. Who wouldn't be afraid? I done been hit by the police before. I was damn sure afraid. Afraid how I might react, and afraid what they may do to me even more. When it happened to me, I just went limp and fell on the ground. You're going to have to pick me up, move me around, dog, because I ain't doing it. And another time, I just put my foot down like I ain't going for it. And luckily, we was in a public parking lot, and they didn't beat the crap out of me, and it was 10, 12 officers. But the one officer definitely wanted to put more hands upon me, but he couldn't because he had 3 sergeants there. I don't understand, man. And, you know, I hear the peaceful protests and all that, and I agree. We got to be peaceful, but I disagree as well. How long are we going to be peaceful, man? They not being peaceful with us. And I'm not calling for violence and this and that. I'm not saying snatch cops out their car, shoot them, this, that, and the other. I'm not saying that. I don't know what to do. But I know something different has to happen. I'm tired of us against them. And this ain't just black folks, man. These police putting their hands on everybody. But I'm concerned about us most because it's happening most to us, at least far as some of the statistics say. But some say it's more of them. But to me, it don't matter. You know what I mean? It's been out of hand. It's been passed out of hand. And you want us to continue to be peaceful and not be afraid and support no. Y'all supposed to check y'all own. You know, it's something. I come from an era of gang culture and all that. I'm not promoting none of that stuff, but it's one thing they used to do in the gang. You know, I've been around this more than once where there's two guys from rival gangs and they had beef. And the OGs used to bring them dudes together and make them squab it out. Now, it was shootings and stuff back then, the stabbings through the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It was always that kind of stuff. But OG used to bring these dudes together, man. If it wasn't nothing that was, you know, over serious of crime, they was fighting over a girl or something, petty or whatever, they bring them together, make them squab it out. And they had to squab it out until one of them said, all right, man, we straight. And they had to make that pact right there. Either one of y'all come back with some bull, we gonna handle you. You know what I mean? When are the police gonna handle their own? They too scared of each other. Handle your own. There's no way that should have happened. There's no way it should have been escalated to that level and all those officers there continue to do what they did and then not even render help afterwards. The man's neck is broke. His nose busted up. He's bleeding. You got EMTs there. Nobody, nothing, no water. No, or they just lifting him up, tossing him around, laughing and stuff. Oh, that was fun. I heard the comments. I watched the video, man. It broke my heart watching that with my daughter. But I have to watch that kind of stuff to desensitize myself and to feel that pain and to remind myself of that pain. So I stay on point. It don't matter what we do. If they having a bad day, bad moment, feel disrespected from us, they're going to put hands upon us. And that's obvious. And I'm tired of peace. I'm tired of it. We've been peaceful. We've been protesting. We've been marching. When we go get some reform, some justice, it ain't, because it's just us still. And I hate to be like that. And it's even killing me more, like I said, that it was people that look like us, man. I got black sons. I got a full black son. I got a biracial son, black and Mexican. And I fear for them, man. I truly do, because it's obvious it's blue lives over everything. We need to, you know, I don't know about defunding the police and all that. I haven't done enough research to see what that entails to say do it. Think probably there's some part of it that's definitely true. But it used to be protect and serve on these vehicles. I don't even pay much attention to cop cars no more to see what it is. But that's not protecting and serving. We need to relook at their job description. We need to, the money that they are getting, we need to resource that and use it for different kind of training. Like, you know, I'm listening to Breakfast Club this morning. They talking about you can't reform or teach nobody to care for other people. Yes and no. Hate is in your heart. But I believe knowledge is power. And I believe teaching. You know, I was on a diversity board in college. It was from taking this diversity in the workplace class. And the teacher asked me to be on a diversity board after this class because of my speeches and my papers that I turned in. And I feel like I was able to help other people. I'm not saying I turned them from being racist or biased into just all of them, but I think I opened their eyes. And you can open people's eyes and make them think with a calmer hand. But a lot of times when tension is rising, people don't think with the right head. You know what I mean? Their brain gets dysfunctional. I'm sad, man. Like this morning, just listening to it again and going through it, I've been processing since it first happened. I really processed even harder after the video, and my heart heavy, man. You know, I got a lot of words, but I'm at a loss of words because my mind is going so many places with this. I'm just sick and tired like everybody else. Something different has to happen. You know, we peaceful. We trying to get these reforms. But after a point, man, how many times you going to get punched in the face before you punch back? How many times you going to get kicked before you kick back? How many times we going to get pushed down before we push them down back? Like, you can't expect us to always just lay down, you know what I mean? And I fear because I'm a CPL owner, you know what I mean? Excuse me. I carry every day. So that gives me a heightened sense of security in my person of what's going on. I have my kids in the car. My wife ride with me, you know what I mean? I'm always fearful and I ain't been pulled over in a while, but I'm fearful like, man, if I get pulled over, what if I get this officer who's on some, D-head stuff and he want to escalate because, oh, you're a black man with a weapon or you got a weapon in the car. I always let them know, do the right things, but it don't matter if we do the right things or not. They coming at us. And I don't care if you a criminal. That don't get them the right to beat the brakes off you. It doesn't. You seen the video. They got his arms. 90% of the time they had control of this man's arms. What kind of threat is he being? Even at the end, they got him face down, several officers on him, and you see a cop go, because he's moving his legs, let me stop his legs from moving. What is that doing? What was his legs doing? He wasn't trying to kick him or nothing. He was in pain. But we got a whole weekend. We don't want you to move. Don't move. They give such instructions that you don't know what to do when they're giving these instructions. They not trained well. The training, I'm sorry, it's got to be trash. Either it's trash or it's not reinstituted. They don't re-go over things to institute this. They don't put these people in real life situations, which is hard to mimic everything. But it's got to be different. There's no excuse. It's no excuse no more, man. It hasn't been for a while. I'm saying no more now, but it hasn't been for a while. We watched this Rodney King and we still here. We watched this through slavery, after slavery. God, excuse me. Fighting off a little itch here. But how long? How long do we got to continue to go through this? For life? Forever? I guarantee it's not going to be solved in my lifetime. I'm sick, man. I'm sick. Ben Crump, I hope you do a heck of a job. I hope you take several of these people in these departments, the EMTs. I hope you take them down. I'm going to post something else about this because I got more to say about the swift action by the sergeant lieutenants, because it doesn't usually happen like that. But I feel like it happened like that because of their color too. Or maybe it's just that department. I'll get more into that later. But I'm hurt, man. I want y'all to be safe out there. I don't care what color you is, but definitely my people. And I mean people of color. Be careful out there. Be safe. Be on your P's and Q's. Protect yourselves out there. If you're a praying person, pray. Pray for this family. Pray for their friends. Pray for anybody that may have witnessed it and is afraid to come out and say the things that they heard and seen or videotaped. Let them come out and give their piece and help this along as well. I'm gonna pray for them officers too, man, because they got poison in their brain and there was poison in their veins that night. And I'm hoping that they can, be better in life from this. And I hope as this time keeps pushing, they reflect on their life and really take penance for what they've done and feel some type of way about themselves and life and can be part of that reform and pushing, because only those with that much anger and hate in their heart can help kind of change some of these things. But whatever they get is what they get, and they well deserving of it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to pray for them too, just because that's what we supposed to do. Don't make me feel no better about them. And don't make me feel no worse about them, man. But to Tyre Nichols' family, praises due to y'all. God bless y'all. Keep your heads high. Keep fighting a good fight. We here with you as a nation. Those who ain't, forget them. But we here as you with your nation, man. This Fast Glass Jr. Love y'all. Peace.